Zones at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Smith going to look to throw right away. He'll get this out to Genty. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. You look at this Bronco defense. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? And too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the left sideline. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. They find some open field here. And they'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
The Broncos at 2-7 now in the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
You look at this Raiders defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
He looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes the catch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Nix. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Smith. That's Carey, finds Danny Gray. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now it's Smith. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's going to be out of bounds right at mid. Field. 23 yards, the final tally.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Open man, it's Moore in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working out of the gun is Nix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. On play action, here's Nix. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
22 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Harvey now on first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Harvey is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, or it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to it out near midfield, but he's holding it across the 45 to the 46.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Smith. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno down to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42.
To throw is Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards that time for number 14. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. To throw, here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 21 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Raiders.
Throwing now is Geno. Running the slant. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now Geno. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Smith throwing again. Completes this one to Thornton. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
And the Raider first down.
To throw is Smith. That's complete left side to Gray. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 15-yard line.
To the air again, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Talk about it.
The final shot here before break. Smith to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Motion. Hey, here we go. Sunday. Hey, here we go.
The final shot before break. Smith. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Genty. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Almost set. Captain. Ready.
Throwing Nix. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 57 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is now 21-14.
Raiders 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think?
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 65 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 21.
Daniel Carlson.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Looking to put a drive together. the ground, it's Hardy to start the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bombers. Hold my second.
Now it's Nix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, we go Salon.
After the interception, here's Smith.
This is caught by Tucker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Smith now to throw.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2nd and 7.
Hey, here we go.
Back to throw, Smith.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Throwing again is Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
At the 3-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Ashton Genty with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Jamal Adams.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gino going to hand it to Genty.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now 2nd and 9.
Hey, here we go.
Now it's Smith.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Smith.
Got his man, it's Thornton. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Brock Bowers.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Got a man when he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
16 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
To throw is Nix.
He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Hey, we're good.
That's another Denver Broncos.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Oh, my son.
Nix looking to throw again.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Nix to the air.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They're going for it with Dobbins. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And goal to go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll go. Here's Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
to throw. Here's Nix. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here first. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Broncos 28. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Nix. Man over the middle, and it's complete. The end result, 21 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Troy Franklin.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Nix once more. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
That's taken in by Franklin. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now an audible here into something else. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go down at the 20-yard line. Tyree Wilson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Bryant has it. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 down.
It's a gain of 6.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing Nix. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions.
And he's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Now it's Nix.
Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Now it's Genty. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 37-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
Gino now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Back to the air with Nix.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. An audible here to get a new look. They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Nix finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get this down to the 10. Here's 1st down.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
6-yard line. A gain of 4.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And he fends him off. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Raiders 51. Broncos 42.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. throwing to start the drive. Nix. Dobbins with it. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down. They'll come up now on second down. Now they'll change things up.
At the 39-yard line.
2nd and 6. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, toss up.
Now a toss, left side, Genty. Pushes him aside at the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Raiders, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our